Alright, let's look at the homework 4.1 problem number 10. Alright, so this is the cost function problem. Alright, cost function is given as c of x is equal to 0.05 x squared minus 15x plus 245. Alright, x is between 0 and 200. And what is the average cost? Alright, average cost is just the cost function divided by x. So let's do that. Alright, so average cost function is simply cost divided by x. So because we're looking at the average, so cost function is 0.05 x squared plus 15 x plus 245 divided by x. So which is going to be simply 0.05x, and this divided by that is 15. Then you have 245 over x. Alright, so let's type that in. So average cost is 0.05x plus 15 plus 245 divided by x. Alright, check the answer. Alright, we got that. Alright, so find the critical number of average cost, the c bar of x. Let's do that. Alright, we just have to take the derivative of c bar. So c bar prime of x is equal to, derivative of this guy is 0.05. Derivative of 15 is 0. Alright. So if you don't like the way this is written, this is same thing as 245 x to the negative 1. So if you take the derivative of that, put the negative sign in front, you have 245, just a constant, x, subtract 1 from the power. So it's a negative 2. Right? So you're going to get, let's see, 0.05 minus 245 over x squared. Alright, so if you want the critical number, we need to set this guy equal to 0. Alright, so we're gonna get, let's see, first thing I would like to do is I'm going to multiply by x squared, so that way you have 0.05 x squared minus 245. Alright, then is equal to 0. Alright, then we can add 245 to get the 0.05 x squared is equal to 245. Right? In order to solve for x, I guess I'm going to either divide by 0.05, which is same thing as multiply by 20, right? So you have x squared is equal to, right, 0. So 2 times 5 is 10, 2 times 4 is 8, so it's a 9, 2 times 2 is 4, right? So if you take the square root of both sides, you get x is equal to plus or minus 70. Right? But since x is between 0 and 20, so the 70 is the only critical number. Alright, so let's type that in. So, here, x is equal to 70 is the critical number. Let's see. Alright, got that. Alright. The average corpuscle decreasing on an interval. So let's look at the interval here. Right, so you do a number line. Right, so this is going to be actually between 0 and 200, and you have a critical number 70. So 70 here. So we can just try x equals say 1, and anything bigger than 70. So I'll try x equals 80 or something like that. Alright, then you just have to look at the sign. Alright, so I'm gonna look at let's see which one's is here. This is probably the easiest one. Alright, plugging 1, 0.05 minus 245, so that's definitely negative here. And after that, if you put 80 here, so that's going to be smaller than 0.05, so it's going to be positive there, right? So it's a decreasing before 7, increasing after 70, after 70, right? So we want decreasing on the interval between 0 and the critical number, and check that. And let's see, then increasing after that, so it's going to be 70 to 200, right? Check that. And we want to find the local extrema. So you have, let's see, we have a, so we look at the C bar prime. So if a C bar is actually decreasing here, and after that increasing here, so which means that you're going to have a local minimum at the critical number, right? So let's type it in. So local minimum here, so at the 70, and we have to find a value there. So here, if you plug in 70 into the original function, we're gonna get let's see, 0.05 times 70 plus 15 plus 245 over 70, right? So what do we gonna get? So 0, so 7 times, so it's just 3.5 plus 15, right? Let's see, so if you simplify this guy, let's see, divide by 7, so it's a 10, divide by 7, 3, then 21, and 35, so 5, so it's another 3.5, so plus 3.5, so it's a 7, and plus 15, so it's a 22, right? So 22 is the value, right? Since it's a local minimum and it is local maximum, right? So let's do that, and I guess that's it, right? That's it. I hope that this was clear.